Blessed risings, good afternoon or good evening, depending on where in the world you are tapping in from. You got to keep in mind that Keep It P podcast is a global show. And today, on this episode of Keep It P podcast, we will be talking about the passing of Afrika Bambaataa, hip hop hero or touchy Philly Tether. Okay, this is the Bambaataa dilemma, pioneer or predator. And so today we're looking at the passing of the man they call Afrika Bambaataa. Now, the mainstream, they're already rolling out the red carpet. I mean, you got TMZ reports calling him a hip hop hero, a Bronx legend, the godfather of the culture. But see, on this side of the track, we don't move on emotions. We move on lineage and logic. And so there's two stories being told here today, right? So pay attention. Now let's make this clear. One is polished, industry backed narrative of a stone cold pioneer. Now the other is this dark, creepy, disturbing history of a touchy-feely tether, right? And it's followed fam for decades. Now we have to begin to ask ourselves, and this is what FBAs do. What is your actual legacy? What are your receipts? Has your paperwork been checked and verified? Right? Is he a hero or was he a touchy-feely tether who masqueraded as a pioneer of a culture he didn't even create? Huh? Huh? I mean, look at fam's name. Afrika Bambaataa. When someone tells you who they are, believe them. That's all I'm saying. You chose a moniker rooted in Pan-African fantasy rather than his actual lineage. Huh? Is fam FBA? Is he half FBA? Is fam black immigrant, right? Who did fam portray to be? Huh? See, when you see that Pan-African twist, you already know where fam's mind was. Is it a shocker that someone operating with that type of logic, those type of politics, someone who could have been functioning as a culture vulturing tether? Is it a shock that he's facing a legacy defined by exploitation? See, we got to stop with that all it's kinfolk stuff. We say that all the time here on Keep It P podcast. Shout out to my guy, Jay Lava. Now, Keep It P business, Keep It P podcast, we ain't in the business of disparaging the dead. But we are in the business of being stomped down FBA and protecting the lineage. I don't remember his politics never being for the foundational Black American. Would it be a shocker if we found out that it was true about his actions preying upon the most vulnerable in our community? I'm not saying he is. I'm just saying. Right? And I got both sides. I got two videos for y'all. I got the one with the lovey-dovey, and then I got this Hassan Campbell, because that's the other side of the coin. We have the video of him, and he's one of the primary accusers. But see, this is where it gets a little tricky. Hassan Campbell calls himself FBA, but he acts like a self-hating raccoon. So we have to be honest here. How can we fully bank on the word of someone who spent years praising Bambaataa, only to turn around and use the trauma for what it seems like rage bait and sympathy anytime the wind changes? I'm just saying, like I said earlier, if somebody exposes who they are, so if he has been shown to be a hypocrite, then you make it hard for when the truth is actually being spoken, if that's what you're even doing. Is you really a victim seeking justice, or is you just being a raccoon that you are, tapping into the algorithm for clout? See, people see you as FBA, and it puts it, you're trying to put us in a bind. Because it's like, do we side with this self-hating loudmouth raccoon just because he's speaking against the Tether? No. If you know where that's from, put that in the comments. But let's be clear, for the record though, being a Black immigrant does not, can y'all hear this? Can y'all hear this? Being a Black immigrant does not automatically make you a Tether. We ain't out here on the Keep It P podcast. We ain't out here painting with a broad brush. However, Tetherism is a mind state. It's an action. If you're around a community that's being a hater and calling us a kata, stabbing us in the back while preaching unity, and then you try to sell the FBAs down the river regarding reparations because you not in line for a check, right? If you're an immigrant in that space, if you're a Black immigrant in that space, it's your job to check your own. If you're not doing that, you're a Tether. Tell your people to chill out with the hate. You can't talk about togetherness while you're actively trying to block justice owed to the people who built this house. Right? Right? So as we watch the industry and all these people mourn Afrika Bambaataa, I'm not hating. And I'm also not caping, because we have to look at the fruit of his tree. Was he a builder, or was he a predator hiding behind a Zulu mask, huh? We have to stop celebrating these quote unquote heroes just because they're presented to us by the mainstream. These are those plants. If the legacy is built on the backs of abused children's with a side of tethered out politics, then the legacy belongs in the trash. Bottom line. Not to be celebrated, not to be put in the Hall of Fame. We got to start thinking about this stuff. Who do we really be celebrating? And that's what I'm gonna leave y'all with. I ain't gonna hold you. I'm just gonna mold you, fold you, and scold you about being off code. Let me play these videos. Hold on, Pooperini, Tuberini. I know y'all want to hate so bad, so let me go ahead and give y'all that math right there. Fair use. Check that math out. Boom, boom, ping, ping. Right? Now here we go. Bambaataa. Here's the MTV, the TMZ.
New York hip-hop pioneer Afrika Bambaataa has died. TMZ reported he died from complications of cancer. Bambaataa, whose real name is Lance Taylor, was a popular DJ who later recorded his own music. He collaborated with many artists, including James Brown and George Clinton. Afrika Bambaataa was 68. And New York hip-hop pioneer Afrika Bambaataa has died. TMZ reported he died from complications of cancer. Bambaataa, whose real name is Lance Taylor, was a popular DJ who later recorded.
Now here we go.
I just want to take the time out.
Still fair use.
I just want to take the time out to say, rest in peace to the greatest child predator who ever walked this earth, Afrika Bambaataa. Before there was an Epstein list, there was an Afrika Bambaataa's Black Book. Before there was an R. Kelly, my mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me yeah. Yeah, before there was an R. Kelly, raised by Dr. York, one of the greatest predators that ever walked this earth. Rest in peace to Afrika Bambaataa, the greatest child predator ever. I'm going live at 5.
I'm just saying that. Tell me what y'all think about that in the comments. Let me know. I'm not even gonna comment. My mind's telling me no. You one of them people that you joking and you one of the victims, cuz that don't even make sense. Anyways, let me know what y'all think in the comments. Hip hop hero or Touchy Philly Tether. Gonna leave you with 4 words as we always do around this time. Subscribe for the vibe, like for the spike. Comment your vomit, share if you care, if you dare to get Black empowerment everywhere. We're on all of the platforms, all of them. Apple, Spotify, YouTube, X, Instagram, TikTok, Snapchat, Facebook. Come and take a look. You might get hooked. Don't get shook by the fake Keep It P podcasts that are out there. Love, peace, blessings, and maloha. I gotta go ha for show ha. You already know ha. Big brother, light bright, supremo mighty, signing off.